Check, 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 check. Hopefully you guys can hear me. I'm just going to start talking. And then if I see you guys acknowledge my existence, I'll know that we're good to go. What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to yet another Red Seat Watch Party. I am your host, Corbin. What's going on, everybody? What's going on? The 6:45 starts are driving me crazy. They're driving me crazy because it feels like my entire day gets thrown off. I have to eat dinner a little bit earlier. I have to get on stream a little bit earlier. And I love talking to you guys. Don't get me wrong. But I got a routine, you know? Got a little routine. And I feel like I've gotten so used to the 7:10 routine that I'm totally off on the rest of the routine. We'll get there, though. Sox game's already started, so we're just going to hop right into it here. Excuse me. I cannot figure this out. So today, this is what the pitching and at bat look like. I mean, you can see the names. It's as good as I can get it. Money Mike Madness, how we doing? Moose, Mr. Bob Dylan's in the house. Mithrax, it's a sweet name. Spencer, what's going on, my friends? MLB Show star, Spencer. Fenway Fanatic, what's up? Gavin, how you doing? Pick, what's going on? Dennis, how are you? Vapin, how you doing? Kevin, Lawson, what's going on? Daniel, Moose is in the building. Assassin's here. Baseball. Whew. We got a lot. I think we got through it. Dennis, how are you? JT, what's going on? Hey, JT, tough night, huh? Another beautiful Wednesday night game. Yes, sir. And you know what? You know what the problem is right now? Is that Sean Newcomb just refuses to get through innings cleanly. He just refuses to do it. It's crazy. Greetings from Florida. Welcome in. Kyle, how are you? Tragic time during the week. It really is. I don't understand the reasoning for it. Like to me, it doesn't make any sense. What is the 15 minutes doing? 25 minutes. I don't know. What up, Anthony? A lot of people in Florida tonight. Newcomb pitching during your streams feels right. He pitched for us last week. Actually, a pretty good game last week. We are 3-1 on the season, folks. Newcomb already in a bit of trouble here. 2 runners on, 1 out. Randy Arozarena. Newcomb can't find the zone. I cannot wait for Connor Wong to come back. I every time Sable's in there, I am just petrified the entire game. And honestly, Sable hasn't been okay. He's been bad. But he hasn't been like, oh my God, bad outside that one game in Chicago. But that's because he just hasn't played, right? I don't know. That was a good pitch. What's up, James? We got to get a live stream on the War Pigs on the bump. I know, dude. Hey, I think we're going to stream this Friday, too. We're going to do 2 games this week. Fiance's leaving for the weekend. I don't have much to do. So we're just going to go live and we're going to watch a game together. I think. I'm like 90% sure. We'll see. The game's at 7, right? Yeah, we'll probably stream. So we'll do the 2 this week. If not Friday, we'll do Saturday night. We'll figure it out. I got to get down to Worcester too. I don't have a cameraman this year, so I'm trying to figure out. Actually, let me ask you guys. If I go down there and I record audio interview, nice pitch. Woo-woo. Clip is here. My moderator is here. And not only is he here, he's been here for 26 months, folks. He's part of an elite group that has been here for over 2 years. Thank you so much. Yeah, Newcomb's still on the team. He's still here. Yeah, dog on the countertop. We're going full dogs on the countertop this weekend. I don't understand why MLB insists on start times that aren't an hour, half hour. What does 10 start time get us? Yeah, I don't know. I have no idea. What up, Robbie? My other moderator. How you doing, my friend? The police are here, ladies and gentlemen. This is driving me nuts. This setup. I might just get rid of pitching and at bat for this game. I don't know. What's up, Robbie? Yeah, I could have seen that one coming from a mile away. I will say, literally the last 3 games, Red Sox starters have come in. They've scored. They've allowed 1 run, and then they've shut down. So maybe Newcomb's on the same path. You know what I mean? Maybe he is. I think Giolito's going to be good when he comes back. I honestly have no idea. You know what I mean? You don't have to. There it is. There's another member of the elite. I hate saying elite because you guys are all elite for being here. But 26 years from Mr. Money Mike Madness is absolutely incredible. Good to claps the chat for him. Is it draft day eve? It is draft day eve for the NFL. What player do I want the Red Sox or the Patriots to sign? Wide receiver? Did I say 26 years? Yeah, Buddy's been here since my birth. He's been a member since I've been alive, chat. Do you want me to plug in the light? Maybe we do need to plug in the light. Change up the vibe a little bit. I don't know. Although I will say I unplugged the light because it was fizzling a little bit. I didn't want it to pop, and blow out. So I unplugged it for a bit. And then the Red Sox started winning, and I've just left it unplugged. So I don't know. Am I crazy to say I'd rather see Dobbins pitch than half the rotation? The problem is what half, right? Who are the guys you would rather him be over? I think it's the question really there. Tanner has to get, Tanner does need to get it together. He looked actually pretty solid his last time out. All right, let's get out of here. You just pulled supercharged Bryce Harper. Man. I've gotten so unlucky with MLB Show this year. I've kind of stopped playing a bit. Although Marvel Rivals is in a terrible place, too, for those of you who are playing that. There we go, Newcomb. Woo-woo. All right. Hunter should be in the rotation over Dobbins. Yeah. You're afraid Giolito? Man, no. Because with Mondesi, he never even got on a rehab assignment. Giolito's a start away. He will be on the Red Sox. Oh, my hat is tight today, chat. I hate when that happens. I may go hatless. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Lucky only 1 run. That's kind of it's kind of been like the MO of Sean Newcomb starts this year, right? Am I 2-0 hatless? Yeah, I am. Okay, so here's what I did, Gavin. I went hatless until they lost. When they lost that game against the White Sox, I put my hat back on, and they won. So now I don't know. Celtics ain't done without Tatum. I have faith. Big game from Derek White. That's what I'm feeling. That's what I'm feeling. Durant's OPS. No, not a fever dream, Peterson. He is here. I don't know where he's at, but he's here. Let's go, pick. Putting in the Lord's work. I've been saying I was running for a bit, or I was like speed walking. It was like a mix. I got a story in the 5 spot tonight. Look at that. The Rant, Devers, Bregman, Abreu story. I should have known that. I did that full write-up for you members before the game. Sometimes I forget it. They got Romy Gonzalez out at second base, huh? I'm going to go on a little bit of a rant here for no apparent reason, just to go on a rant, I think. Jaron Rand showing bunt before every single at bat. I don't get that too much. I don't get that. Clip. It has been ridiculous. It's like every single game now. It's either Marcelo Meyer 2-run home run or Roman Anthony home run. It's crazy. It's literally every single game. I genuinely don't know how long you keep him down there. I don't know. So anyways, that actually brings up my point. I can't find a cameraman for coming to Worcester. All my regular cameramen, Duran has a lot of strikeouts this year. So anyways, my question to you guys would be, if I go down there and record audio and sort of put, video, maybe some clips of them, playing, maybe some photos, like almost like a slideshow over the audio, would that still be something you guys would be interested in? Or if there's no video, don't bother. Genuine opinions. I don't want the, just do what you want kind of stuff. I want your genuine opinion. If it's an audio interview of, say, Marcelo, say Roman Anthony, Von Grissom, there's not really enough room to set up a tripod. I thought about that clip, but there's not really enough room. They do like infield drills in front of the dugout. So setting up a camera, A lot of people saying video only. Maybe I'll put it in a poll. Some mixed reactions. I genuinely, like, I sit here and like I don't have anyone to do the camera work, and setting up the audio is kind of tough. No, yeah, I didn't do audio for Fenway Fest. I haven't done audio only before. Maybe I'll try out one video of like, maybe we'll do Von Grissom. Like if I'm gonna interview Marcelo or Roman or, man, Rafi, what are we doing there, brother? Mike Romero triple? Ooh. Do a video without audio and have John Boy reading lips the whole time. But show highlights for entertainment. Yeah, see, that's what I was kind of thinking of doing, right? Put highlights over the audio. When Giolito is activated, is Newcomb DFA'd or sent to the bullpen? It's a great question, Brent. Honestly, I don't know what the answer is. I genuinely, it could go either way, right? You could do either, and I think both would be acceptable. We talked about Drohan today, right? There's a lefty who's been killing it, who could give you legitimate depth as a lefty starter if you need it. But at the same time, too, right? Newcomb, just put Subway Surfers. Newcomb's, he's giving you legitimate innings at the big league level. The problem is, I don't know. I genuinely have no idea. Because I sit there, and then the other question is, if Newcomb goes to the bullpen, that's 4 lefties in there, right? You probably, unless you option Bernie, which doesn't make sense to me, your only other option would be DFA Wilson. And a lot of people have been saying, okay, like, yeah, fine. Not a baby Bregman. Get 2. Easy 2. This dude is going to have 70 doubles this year at just Fenway Park alone. We got to figure out what this new celebration is. What is the dugout doing? They're all sitting there like, what are we doing here? Time to call up Anthony. Time to call up Marcelo, baby. That dude is hot. Marcelo's hot. Cash Money. That's a good equation. Oh, the Yankees won today? Rip. Grissom's hot. Grissom looks good in AAA right now. Shane Drohan looks great. Luis Guerrero's low-key looking pretty good, too. Yeah, that's the question pick. I don't think there's an answer right now. And that's why probably a big reason why we have not seen any moves made. Because there's no answer to the question. Rafaela moving to utility makes sense, fine. But like, okay, so what? You option Hamilton down and Rafaela's your utility? I don't know. Do I think the way Tanner's pitching now is the real Tanner, or do you think he could be more like 24 again? The question's really, can he get back to swing and miss? Right now, he just doesn't have any swing and miss. Having too much talent is a good problem. It is, right? But it's also a problem. At the end of the day, it is a problem. Because eventually what's going to happen here, right now, it's not really a big problem. But eventually it is going to become a legitimate problem, right? Because eventually you're just going to start wasting wins away in AAA. And that's what happens when you have good players down in AAA, right? Those guys end up... Right, eventually these guys are going to be so good that you're just wasting wins in AAA. Keep Hamilton on the bench. I know you love Hamilton, Mike. Objectively, you just got to look at who's been more productive, man. And Romy's been so much more productive than Hamilton. I'm slowly inching towards Duran being the odd man out. Not there yet, but I don't know. I've seen that a lot. If you guys listen to Section 10, I saw that a lot. That, you know, Coley's big on Duran being the odd man out. I don't know. I think the problem with Duran is your opportunity to have made sort of the most out of Duran, if that was going to be your odd man out, was this offseason, right? It was the highest potential he's had. It was the highest value he was at. If he hits like this, and I assume he's going to pick it up, right? He looked good last night. I assume he's going to pick it up eventually. But if this is what he looks like throughout the course of the first half, that value's cut in what? Half? Maybe more? Right? Because now you're talking about 2 years of really good baseball. And then 3 years of mediocre to below average. I don't know. Duran to me is interesting. In all fairness, I don't know. The Sox wanted to get rid of Abreu last offseason and couldn't. The problem, I think I thought the same thing, Clip. I thought the same thing, if we're being honest. But the problem with that is we saw nothing revolving Wilyer Abreu. We saw a bunch revolving around Casas. We saw some revolving around Massa. We saw nothing around Abreu. We even saw some against Marcelo, right? There were rumors that Marcelo was on the block. There was nothing about Abreu. I think there were teams that would take him, Brent. The problem is the only way I think a team would take him is if it's, if it was taking on their full salary. And I don't know, do the Red Sox get to that point where they're so invested in winning that they're willing to let Masataka Yoshida go for all of his contract? I don't know, right? I don't know. There was some Abreu to Chicago rumors. Lightly, right? There was some very light, hey, this would work, but it was never like with Casas, it was kind of known, right? With Marcelo, it was kind of known. I don't know. What would a package have to look like to get rid of Roman? Paul Skeens, I think, would be the only one, right? The only name I would even remotely kind of consider. I don't know. What up, Harrison? Right? I think outside of Paul Skeens, is there another name in baseball right now that you would be that would warrant Roman Anthony? Oh, for the love of God. Oh, God. Yeah, his defense looked good today. Romeo almost got that. Casas just couldn't hang on to the ball, huh? Given they're all injury risks, I think that's fair, Jack. I sit there with Paul Skeens, and it's like he's, if you get that guy, you get that guy for what, 5 more years, 4 more years. If you miss one of those, still, I mean, you're talking about 2 Cy Youngs at the front of your rotation. But that's also a good point, Clip. I think you're at the point now where you have to hold on to him. $5 super chat from Carl. Tweets and claps to chat for Carl. Thank you so much, Carl. Make sure you guys like that message. Hey, Corbin, the kids will come up this year when they get the chance. Question, though, why haven't they swapped Blake Sable for Yasmani Grandal yet? To be honest with you, I don't know the answer to that question, Carl. I'd love to answer that for you. My guess is that Yasmani was not playing baseball. He had unofficially retired. He wasn't really working out. He wasn't really getting into baseball shape, as they'd say. I would guess they want to give him some time in minor league baseball to sort of work himself into baseball shape. That's the only thing I could think of. On top of that, Wong should be back next series. So I don't know. I don't know if we'll ever see Yasmani, but yeah, Sable's kind of brutal. I don't think this start is really anything to do with Sable, if we're being honest. This is just simply Sean Newcomb. Yeah, Dennis. True. I thought about making a video about that, RC. I just personally don't know. Oh, my God. Oh, no. A bad start tonight makes it DFA. I think you look at the depth the Red Sox are going to have here. Richard Fitz feels good. He should be back soon. Hunter Dobbins was fantastic. You've got Shane Drohan. You sit there and it's almost impossible to think that Sean Newcomb has a legitimate spot. Even Cooper Criswell looks really good. So, yeah, I think Newcomb DFA is coming. Take the hat off. I think it's time. I think you're right. Yeah, Conley early looks good in Double-A. That's a pretty picture, huh? All right, hat is off. We're going back to it. Sienna, yeah, it's a great one, Lawson. Good pull. Why is Sean Newcomb on my team? Great question. I genuinely, it is kind of a little bit baffling to me that the Red Sox saw Hunter Dobbins pitch. The only problem is you'd have to push Bale back an entire day. I don't know. How's Sandlin doing early? Yeah, see, the hat was tight, dude. Oh my God, he's gonna walk in a run, isn't he? NCP. NPC. Quinn Priester could have been a candidate for that starting spot. He could have been. I think Dobbins is. I think Dobbins a better option right now for the Sox. I think Fitz a better option, and I think they realized that Fitz wasn't too far off too. Like had they sat there and been like Fitz is still pretty far off. Is Conrad Kaysen hurt? Is Conrad Kaysen hurt? I don't know. Actually, that's a good question. Yeah, gonna need a lot of runs tonight, feels like. The other problem, too, is that the Mariners didn't really use their big high leverage arms last night. News on Patrick Sandoval, just simply building back up, throwing again. Tristan Casas. Thank you. Whew. My Lord. Thank you. Wow. Whew. That would have been such an issue. Put Winkin. That is my boy. I'm ride or die for Casas. Wong's coming back soon. Yeah, he's going on a rehab assignment this weekend. You bet Newcomb goes unclaimed? He might. The only issue is he, like for a team like the Reds or the Royals, or I don't know, someone who could use just someone to eat innings in the background of a team. I don't know. Where's Giolito's timeline? He's got one more start to make in minor league baseball. Then he'll be back in the Blue Jays series. So I'm assuming he's starting tomorrow. Oh my Lord, he got the strikeout. That was crazy. Wow. Whew. Hello, baby Newcomb. We spend the entire inning crapping on him. He does unbelievable work. I can't believe he did that. Newcomb, yeah, dude. Newcomb might have the most deceiving ERA in baseball. Never a doubt. Yep, never a doubt. Yeah, Gavin, I saw that. I called you Gavin. I always call you Shooter. I'm gonna call you Shooter again. Yeah, Shooter. I saw that. Yeah, I was talking with Clip earlier. It's like every single game, it's either a Roman Anthony does something ridiculous. He does something ridiculous every game, but then you add in Marcelo Meyer getting hot, Von Grissom getting hot. It's like the 1, 2, 3 punch for the Woo Sox could probably be our 6, 7, 8 on the Red Sox, and we'd have the deepest lineup in baseball. Am I live streaming on May 1st? That feels like a day I would be streaming. Let's see. Maybe we do May 1st instead. Let's see. Why is it so hard to find them? There it is. Yeah, maybe we do next Thursday instead and do Giolito's comeback. I don't know. Can't even justify it now. The only way he can literally justify it is just by flat out saying we want that extra year of control. That's literally the only reason you could justify it. Quite literally. Is you just flat out come out and say, we don't think we are going to get a deal done with them in the next couple of years. We are going to hold on to them until long as we possibly can. 26 and beyond with them on this roster means more to me than, the 40 games they're going to miss. That's literally the answer. It's the only way. Do I have a college team? I don't really have a college team. No, I like watching the Longhorns. That's about it. Story. Merrill contract, dude. I don't know that Anthony signs it, dude. From literally everything we've heard. He's looking for big boy money. So I don't know, man. I mean, he deserves. I kind of love when prospects are like, I'm gonna, you know what I mean? I'm gonna spend. I want my money. What up, CH? We had some likes in the chat for CH's $5 super chat. Incredibly generous of him. Thank you so much, my friend. He says, bro, I came to a Crawdads game in town and they're playing the Salem Red Sox. Hey, that's sick. Get to see Arias and Cespedes? Hell yeah. That's awesome. Let me know what Nazan Zantello is doing too. I love the Yankees sucking there. I'm good, man. How you doing? Has turned the corner? I hope so, Brent. He has to, right? He has to turn the corner. If he doesn't turn the corner, I don't know. I don't know what you do. UNC, Tar Heels. $10 years, $160 million yesterday. Yeah, I would too. No question. I think the Red Sox would too, no question. I don't know that Roman Anthony says yes to that. That's my entire point. Oof. Is that 6 batters, 4 strikeouts? It is, right? Campbell can't go to first, I don't think. I've never been hey, these guys are athletic, put them at first guy. I kind of hate it, actually. And the reason I hate it is because we've seen it. We've seen it 1,000 times, right? Remember the French, like people, the Roman Anthony crowd to first base drive me crazy because it's like, do you not remember Frenchie Cordero at first base or Kyle Schwarber at first base and how that just didn't work out, right? I don't even know if didn't work out. Didn't work out's an understatement, right? It was terrible. There we go, Romy. Get out. Ugh. Like, I will hate that. What do you have on Brendan Clark for the Salem Red Sox? Really good. Really good. He's been really good. High fastball velo. People are saying he could be top 100 prospect by the end of the year. What's up, Myth? How you doing, my friend? How you doing? I agree, Clip. I agree. It might be something. It might honestly be as simple as genuinely might be as simple as he doesn't want to sign until he sees what he can do in Major League Baseball. And honestly, if I'm a prospect of Roman Anthony's caliber, like Christian Campbell, I think was a little bit different. You know, he was never supposed to be, right? He was never supposed to be this good. He was never supposed to be this impactful. He does because of work ethic and because of his dedication to his craft. I see why a guy like that sees $80 million and goes, I want this. I want legacy. I've been working to be, to build my legacy in Major League Baseball. For a guy like Roman Anthony, You're the number one prospect in the sport. You're being touted as this guy who's going to just have an absolutely ridiculous career. If I'm Anthony, I don't know, man. There's probably a part of me that sits there and says, I want to see what that's like. I want to see what that looks like. And on top of that, too, you're seeing, especially at his age, right? It was a little bit different. It's a little bit different because Anthony gets to the majors this year. He wins. Let's say he comes in second Rookie of the Year voting. He wins a year of arbitration. He's going to be a free agent 25, 26. You just saw Juan Soto get $700 million. You just saw Vladimir Guerrero Jr. get $500 million, right? I don't know. There's got to be a part of you that's looking at all this and going, and especially if you have a good agent that's sitting there going, hey, maybe we just, maybe we sit here for a year or two and then reassess. Because in a year or two with Anthony, right, the Red Sox may be willing to go 200. Maybe they're willing to go 250. If Anthony comes here and he is clearly that dude, maybe they do the Julio Rodriguez contract while we're facing the Mariners, right? Maybe. I don't know. But the Roman Anthony stuff, I think, I genuinely, I don't think we're going to see any extension anytime soon. The best experience comes from a player that's left-handed at first base. You get away with a right-handed. I think if you're a good defender, like Paul Goldschmidt, good defender, right? He was right-handed. He is right-handed. Say Don's my favorite player on the Sox. It's rough with the writing on the wall with Roman coming. I don't know, man. I don't know who the odd man out is right now, if we're being totally honest. As we're talking about these prospects, I feel like it's the only thing we've been talking about lately, but it is the big story, even though this team's doing well. Christopher Smith tweeted, Red Sox prospect Marcelo Meyer had a 110.5 mile an hour single and a 107.5 mile an hour homer. Roman Anthony had a 110.2 double. Like it's just ridiculous. Punch him. There we go. Think when Abreu cools off. The problem is Abreu kind of has cooled off, right? But it's like on top of cooling off, he's still producing. I don't know. It's a really, really tough conversation. We'll take that every day, Lou. Yeah, and he had 3 walks. It's just like every game now. It's literally every single game. Dude, my hair looks so bad. Could someone please tell you why Dobbins isn't pitching right now? He pitched because he pitched 3 days ago. Can't pitch. Nolan for Casas? God, no. Is he all right? Dude, why does every baseball hit the bag? Every single baseball, it feels like, against the Red Sox hits the bag. I'm not taking 33-year-old Nolan. I'm not doing it. Even with Casas struggling, I'm not doing it. Worked out today, forgot water. I am parched, let me tell you. Yeah, RC, I'm not doing it. I'm not. And even to the extent of, I admit Casas has been really bad. I just don't. Blake. I mean, it's just every time he's out there. It's every single time. It's every single time. And it's like he has 7 good innings, and he just does these stupid things. And the worst part is I don't even hate him. I don't hate him. He's a backup catcher. I'm not expecting this guy to be Jason Varitek. I should have taken the over on Sean Newcomb strikeouts. I don't know why I didn't. What's he up to? Is there up to 55 pitches? Man, the bullpen. Who do you bring in the bullpen? Wink? We're going Sean Newcomb to Wink. Sox got to start scoring. I know, CH. That's again, I can't get too mad at him. It's what he is, right? He's not an everyday catcher. He's just a backup catcher that is only there. I get mad. I get mad they get out of it. Should have traded 2 prospects instead of Teal. That's not how that works, Raven. You can't just be like, oh, you want a top 15 prospect in the sport. How about 2 unranked guys? You get more, right? It's just not how it works. Imagine Wink with a knuckleball. Dude, Wink comes out here with a knuckleball. Red Sox win the World Series. Wink comes out here with a knuckleball. Sox win the World Series. It's not even a question. Or Costas or something. Again, it's not the same thing, Raven. Dude, these drive me crazy when people are like, "Oh, you just shouldn't have traded Teal. You should have just traded literally anyone else." It's like that's not how it works, right? You can't just substitute a guy into a trade. If the White Sox wanted Teal, the Red Sox had to give them Teal. He was the front and centerpiece of that trade. You can't just make Braden Montgomery be like, "Oh, this Braden guy's good. He is good." Right? But this Braden guy is good, so why don't you take someone that's not as up to par with Teal instead and make it work? And they'd be like, yeah, let's give you a potential Cy Young winner. Why not Connor Wong instead of Teal? Yeah, see, Mike knows what's coming. Vaughn Grissom was a catcher. That would have helped a lot. Yeah, true. Yeah, Narvaez has been good. I have no problem with Narvaez. The problem with Narvaez is that he's just simply a defensive catcher, right? He's not going to give you much of the plate. Although it's been what, a month of baseball, right? It's been a month of baseball, so it's like, can Narvaez, and he's a rookie, right? He's brand new to Major League Baseball, so can he figure it out? Why not Blake Swihart? Blake might have gotten it done if he was still a prospect. What did he top out at? Like top 40-ish? All right. Big B at the plate, baby. Save daddy. Let's go. How's Fitz coming along? He's good. He threw a bit. He threw a bullpen up here. What was that? 2 days ago? Felt really good. My guess is he's on a rehab assignment by the end of next week. Mike, that absolutely in no world does that work. No. What do we do if Blake goes yard here? Bang the drum. Keep him. If Blake Sables goes yard here, I will. I'll do a full spoonful of Tabasco. Good thing that I said that as he was grounding out. Hey, at least it wasn't a strikeout. How is Conrad Kaysen doing? He hasn't started yet. Do they? I thought they usually have. Has the FCL not started yet? What are we swinging that for? So where are the stats? Get down. Ugh. That was a crazy catch. I am watching on Nesson 360, baby. The app that keeps on giving. That would have been a double, maybe a triple. That sucks. All right, Duran, you saw him once. Can you do it again? OPS is climbing up there a bit. There we go. All right, we're on board. Yeah, Franklin Arias looks good. Yoel and Cespedes looks good. Nazan Donatello looks good. 310 to left is number one on coverage. You know what's funny? I've never listened to that ever. And I probably should, as someone who talks about the Red Sox constantly. I don't know why. I've just never listened to it. All right, Scoops. Big do here, buddy. Big do here, buddy. Sonny, I agree. That would look nice. You just don't like TC? I actually like TC a lot. Oh, Nazan really cooled off, huh? Oh, my Lord. He was doing well, and then he just cooled off. Ooh. Okay. All right, CH. Sounds good. Is this going to be the worst month of Rafi's career if he finishes like this? Will Fleming is really good. Hope so. Hope you're right, CH. I hope you're right, man. It's just I don't know. Every bat with Rafi. The good news with Rafi is all the keys are there. He's just the actual outcome's not. Does that make sense? Like you're seeing him patient. He's swinging at the pitches he needs to swing at. Everything is there for Rafi's. You know, it's just we're not seeing the results yet. Yeah, Rafi's low-key fast. Low-key fast. This is what I'm talking about, right? He doesn't chase. Emphasis on the low-key part. No, honestly, he's just fast. Especially for his size, he's fast. Look at Casas, right? Casas is about Rafi's size in terms of like weight overall. He's taller. But like Rafi moves way better than he does. Oh, what are we doing, Blue? Please don't get tossed. That was a ball inside. I will fight to the death. Let me see what that looked like on game day. It already changed. Can I get it on this quickly? Maybe. Oh, I can. I mean, look at this pitch. It was outside. It was outside. Down the middle, Fenway. Come on now. Down the middle. Come on now. If Rafi gets thrown out, because then we're gonna have David Hamilton or Christian Campbell in the 2 spots. Not the worst thing in the world. Let's stand up for a sec. Check. Hold on. All right, I'm back. Sorry. I usually just stretch a bit. Back's killing me. Lawson on this David Hamilton hate campaign is pretty dedicated. I'll give it to you. At least the umpire is consistent. Deadlift day? No. My only working out now is just simply to keep my cholesterol down. You know what I've been noticing? Fenway Park's pretty packed for April. It's up around MLB. I mean, that makes sense. Baseball in general is in a really good spot, I think. You've got a ton of great young talent. You've got some of the greatest players in the history of the game. Like, look at it. It's slammed. This was not like this last year. Remember last year? It was like everyone's complaining about it. This year, it's like everyone's there. Leo Rivas is up. Time change a factor? I don't know if time change is really a factor, honestly. Blue. I agree, Clip. It's kind of cool they're sponsored by Nintendo, but it's like you couldn't have made it mesh a little bit better. Like, did we have to have it? Hey, Prodigy, what's going on, man? Oh, brother. We're just a ripped community. You know what I mean, Pick? We're just a ripped community. I don't think so, Myth, because this guy at the plate, Rivas. He's facing the plate. It's the Mariners logo. Crazy. I thought that last year. I thought that last year for a long time. I don't know how many times Sean Newcomb can do this, if we're being honest. Look, I'm just leveling with you guys. I don't know how many times Newcomb can do this. With the offense not scoring, I don't know how many times. What happened to Grandal? I honestly, I think it's literally just a matter of he hasn't played baseball. Right? So trying to get him into fully baseball shape. And with Wong back, they may just sit there and say, maybe we use him for one more game, you know? Who are we facing after this? The Guardians, right? Can we get a call? If you're gonna expand the zone versus Rafi, you better expand the zone versus everybody. Did Dobbins get sent back? Yeah, he did. Because again, Dobbins couldn't have made this start. It would have been 3 days rest, 4 days rest. So they needed someone to make this start. Cleveland is playing well. Didn't they just win a series against the Yankees? Please, Newcomb. All right. Well, we take that every day. We take that every day. What did I say? Good night. I mean, he was good. We've been saying that for a minute. I hope you're right, Cutton. Hope you're right. Some sort of motivation. I would say that winning the game should be motivation. Dude, 4 runs. We're going to get the Mariners. What? Is Andres Munoz still pretty good? Yeah, Nick, I would say this is probably the last pitch he has. I changed my bullpen suggestion to DFA for Nuke. At least you get Crochet tomorrow, so you still have a chance of winning this series. As long as you win, I think at this point, win the series, right? Just keep winning the series. Nice throw, Bregman. It's a good point, Keith. Sox are going to win this one 6-4. Let's see it. That'd be sick. On a better note, I love our left side infield. Same. Same. They're too inconsistent. Christopher, it's a lot to ask any team to consistently sweep baseball teams. Like, I see this a lot where, like, people are like, oh, they couldn't sweep the Chicago White Sox. It's very rare that you get a 4-game sweep in Major League Baseball. And the Red Sox have already done it once this year, right? You've won 2 series in a row. You're 8-2 in your last, or you're 7-2 in your last 9 games. You'll be 7-3 in your last 10 games if you lose tonight, right? If you win tomorrow, you're 8-4 in your last, you're 8-4, 8-3 in your last 11. That's pretty good baseball. You know what I mean? Like, we could sit here all we want and be like, oh, I can't believe they didn't sweep. But it's like you win series. You consistently continue to win series. That's winning 2 games for every 1 game you lose. You're going to be in a really good spot at the end of the year, right? You just are. And that's what Alex Cora talks about all the time. It's not so much about can they win 15 games in a row? Can they win 8 games in a row? It's can they win series? Can you get a streak where you win 5 series in a row or 4 series in a row? Right? And by the way, Rafi is hitting .210 with 2 home runs, and he's our cornerstone franchise player, so enough already. Enough already with what, Christopher? Enough already with what? This team is treading water. They have the second most wins in the AL. They're a game and a half behind first place, and we're going to sit here and be like, this team is treading. They're a game away from drowning. Yeah, Pick. That's my entire point, right? You come out of a month, right? You come out of 1 month where you are winning more series than you are losing. You have a above 500 record, and you look like a good baseball team, and that's all you need to do is win more series every month than you lose, and you are going to be in the playoffs at the end of the year. It's as simple as that. Very simple, right? You don't need 10-game win streaks. You don't need 15-game win streaks. You don't need 6-game win streaks. If every series you win 2 out of 3 games, what is that at the end of the year? You're like, what, 96 wins? A handful of Wally heads, I'm in. Newcomb gets DFA'd and we're back. Let's go. Can't confirm. Sean Newcomb will not be winning Clark's Catch-Up Series MVP. Yeah. I would guess probably not. We should be 15-9 instead of 14-12. Christopher, can you do math? I mean, genuinely, my guy. 1 more win gives them 3 less losses. If you're gonna make an argument, at least make it relatively. Like, let's have a legitimate conversation here. We should be playing better. What do you want them to do? I mean, genuinely, what do you want them to do? They've won 2 series in a row. God, it's like we've lost 3 of the last 11 games. This team sucks. Not battle for a wild card. You are battling for the division, Chris. Wake up. If they lose tonight, you're still 2 games back. You're 2 games back of first place. How is that not competing for the division? How is it not competing for the division? Someone explain to me how 2 games back in April April. Even better, 1.5. You are a single series away from being in the first place in the division. You're a single series away from having the most wins in the AL. Chris, I do not care who they beat as long as they beat them. I mean, genuinely. What would have happened had they lost those games, Christopher? You'd be saying they're crushed. They're over. It's done. It's cooked. Right? But they beat those teams and you're like, "Oh, all they did was beat those teams." Right? It's like okay, beating the Yankees in terms of your standing is the exact same as beating the White Sox. And a series away from going to Cleveland, getting swept and being in last place. If the Red Sox were swept by Cleveland, they'd be in fourth place. I honestly don't even know if they'd be in fourth place. If they got swept, they would be dead even, which would absolutely not be enough for either the Orioles or the Rays to go ahead of them. Christopher, that isn't even English. You beat the teams that are placed in front of you with schedules, ladies and gentlemen. Story will not do anything this year, yeah. Hopefully in August we'll be thinking, remember in April when the battery of Newcomb and Sable? Yeah, that'd be nice, right? I'm still a fan. I'm still a fan of Zach Kelly. Got to play some offense when he's out there. Yeah. Although last time, what happened last time? He won 1-0, right? This is where Costas comes in. Corbin's a proud Zach Kelly jersey owner. That's true. Maybe that's why we're losing. It's in the frame now. That's fine, Chris. It's not July. We can worry about where they are in July. How about that? How do I get this in the picture? There. Was that how it was in the picture? There we go. The Zach Kelly jersey is here, folks. It's here to save the day. Watch and learn. Watch and learn. Score a couple runs here. You're right back in this game. I don't know who you throw back out there. We'll see. That's the new City Connect uniforms. I'm waiting for it to officially be released. There was a leak of the Diamondbacks uniforms a little bit ago, and it looked absolutely nothing. It looked absolutely nothing like the one that had been leaked, so we'll see. Why'd you waste your money on that? What do you mean? What do you mean? Zach Kelly, man. No, it's not an old Joe Kelly jersey. This is a Zach Kelly jersey. And look what happens. I pull it into frame. Romy Gonzalez up with first and second. Yeah, best reliever in baseball. What are we talking about? What are we talking about? This Zach Kelly jersey right here. I would say DH gate, Zach, but I'll tell you this. Everyone goes to DH gate. The jerseys are just like slightly off. Yeah, a lot of walks lately, actually, Anthony. A lot of walks lately from guys who should be walking. News on Fitz. He threw recently, felt pretty good. Oh, come on. Still not doing a rehab assignment, but I would say he's relatively close to him. Who's better, Zach Kelly or Joe Kelly? Give me Kelly. There we go. There we go. We bring it into frame. Folks, this is just a 3-run game. Hey, we've seen the Red Sox score 3 runs before, haven't we? All right. Blake Sabol. Blake Sabol, the tying run here, folks. That would have been crazy. That would have been crazy. Blake Sabol, game on the line here. That was you know what that was? It was a warning shot. Warning shot. He's just going to poke one up the middle. He's just going to poke one up the middle. And then say Don Grand Salami. Blake. Bad call? My guy, that was so in the zone. That was a full-on strike. Oh, first one. Okay. Okay. Zach, to me it depends, right? How are you going to use the jersey? I usually buy I usually spend the money because I display them in the background of videos, right? But if you're just using the jersey, maybe you're going to, maybe college, going to Darties or whatever, maybe you just toss it on to go to Fenway. And you want something, just go to games in. DHK's not bad, right? You're not gonna go to Fenway and someone be like, hey man, the red in Red Sox a little bit bigger than it should be. You know what I mean? Like, you're not going to get that. It's just, I don't know. I have no problem with it. Here, I'll show you I probably shouldn't be doing this, but like, it looks like that. It's not, yeah. In all fairness, Christopher, that was Blake Sabol. I don't think anyone expected him to do anything else. Like, I don't know. It was barely good. Oh, let's go. Another inning of Sean Newcomb, folks. Exactly what this team needs. Exactly what this team needs. Yeah, now you get to see my cats beat up on this this old chair here. I've had this chair since I moved out of college. Where's the Bobby Dahlbeck jersey? I don't have a Dahlbeck jersey, which I'm kind of surprised by. I did almost buy one, and then he got DFA'd. Hancock is a pretty solid pitch. People see a 12 ERA and they go, this dude just stinks. He's had 2 outings. One of them was really bad. The other one was pretty good. In all fairness. Like, Hancock's a pretty solid pitcher, dude. Christopher, Kelly's not on the team. People definitely have Bobby Dahlbeck jerseys. It's just a regular, yeah. $12 ERA coming in tonight. He's pitched 5 innings. He's pitched 6 innings this season. 5 2/3 to be specific. We're really going to be like, oh, 12 ERA, this guy sucks in 5 innings? I mean, off the monster, dude. Come on. Yeah, Assassin. Certainly a lot of people, including myself. Including myself, thought Bobby Dahlbeck. Honestly, Zach, I don't know. Tristan. What jersey am I wearing? I'm wearing the Zach Kelly jersey. The Zach Kelly jersey. How many do I have? I don't know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I think. I'm going to get some more this year. I'm waiting for the new City Connects to drop. I feel like I have a lot of red in this studio right now, which makes sense, right? Why not Dobbins? I think it's because Dobbins would have had to pitch on limited. I think it's because Dobbins would have had to pitch on limited rest, Mark. Now that I say that the third time, I'm like, I don't know. Is Newcomb selling? He certainly isn't doing well. DFA Newcomb after the start? I don't think it'll be after the start. I think it'll be when Lucas Giolito comes back. And honestly, I don't know when he's coming back. I'm trying to... He's not pitching tonight for the Sea Dogs, right? No, he'd be pitching for the Woo Sox. Maybe he started that second game. I don't know. I don't think he started the second game, right? No, Robert Stock did. Robert Stock is a 1.37 ERA. He didn't do double A. I assume double A's away. Oh no, they're home. Maybe he started in double A? I don't know. Let's see. No, he didn't. He probably starts tomorrow then. Hey, all right, Newcomb. That's awesome, Ethan. Congratulations. That'll be fun. It's disturbing. Rafi's never been a really good fastball hitter, for being honest. What's up, Fenway? 3 up, 3 down. Yes, sir. Hey, this is where the bats come alive. The third time through the order right now. This is where they come alive. Bottom 5. Still plenty of game left. It feels like we're down and out. There's still plenty of game left here, chat. It's a 3-run game. Little bloop, bloop, blast. What do we think? Where's versatility at? I don't know. Versatility umps. He's a I don't think he's a professional umpire, but he umpires. So he's probably umpiring a game, I would guess. Dahlbeck, the conversation of Dahlbeck and Costas being the same person is so unbelievably dumb. That is true. He is versatility, so we'd see him anyway. See if I can find. Forget my earlier question. Newcomb's head for a DFA. Yeah, they're running him out there for the DFA for sure. He's definitely a better ump. I'm just looking up. I'm looking to see what the latest on Lucas Giolito is. Lucas Giolito is scheduled to make his final rehab start for the Woo Sox on Friday. He's expected to make his next debut next week in Toronto. So, what would that put him at? Hey, there's a little base hit. There's no serious home run wins. What about that Willie Abreu one where he hit 2 in Texas, or that David Hamilton one where he hit 1 in Tampa? That was the only one for the Red Sox. Or how about that one where Trevor Story had 2 3-run home run games, or Tristan Casas last night where he hit a 3-run home run. Devers had a 3-run home run recently that secured a win for him. There we go. Go, 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 Cedon. Go, Cedon. Go, Cedon. All right. All right. What did I say? I said bloop, a bloop. And what's the next step, folks? With who up at the dish? I wish I understood Spanish. Oh, he's timing it. Durant heating up. He is heating up. Yeah. That changeup just ate Rafi alive. Love Cedon. I'll tell you this. Cedon has really, really looked a lot better recently. He has looked a lot better. El Carita. I appreciate that, Ethan. Thank you. It is getting interesting, Fritz. Put the ball in play, Raphael. Put the ball in play, Raphael. That'll work. That'll work. That'll work. Not mad about it. They'd be a better team. Off the monster. Your takes tonight have made me physically ill. I'm not mad about it. Little Bregman big game tonight. What are we thinking? Bernie. We got to put the ball in play, Bregman. We got to put the ball in play here. That's a fair ball? Oh, my Lord. You got to be kidding me. You got to be kidding me. Okay, all right. Now we need a hit, Willie. But hey. This is what you do. You slowly get back into this. It's all right. It's now a 2-run game. Climbing. You know what I mean? Climbing. That's sick, Johnny. I can't believe you were there. They're scratching and clawing, chat. Scratching and clawing. Oh, right. So we wanted to see when's Lucas Giolito making his next start. So if he's starting Friday, 1, 2, 3, 4. Friday, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we'd start the 30th, which I think is right. Good thing Newcomb kept him in it, baby. Yeah, you're a bit behind, Craftsman. Ethan, we'll probably do these once a week like we've been doing. Who's pitching now? Good question. Let me take a look. Yeah. I would assume it's Bernie. Yeah, Dinah. There's not much you could do about that, right? That was a ridiculous play. Am I crazy for still wanting to trade Abreu to the Cards for Herrera and Helsley? No, I don't think you're crazy, but at this point, I think it's going to cost a lot more. Excuse me. I mean, Ivan Herrera is I think the Cardinals' best player. Oh no, he's really slowed down, huh? Oh, why are we in 2024? 2025. I'm sorry, is he buns right now? Oh, nice, Carl. Brendan Donovan, I lied, is by far and away their best. Where is he? Is he hurt? Oh, there's Herrera. He's only played 8 games? That's Ryan Helsley. What the heck? He's doing really well. I think he got hurt. All right, Ethan. Hey, man. Have a good one. Thanks for stopping by. All right. Still some time here. Sox just got to find a way to keep this close. That's all you got to do. Find a way to keep it close. There we go. Why, CH? For what reason? Yeah, it looks good, Joe. It looks really good. Definitely a guy I'm keeping an eye on, for sure. Him and Conley early, I think, are the names to watch in terms of like next top pitching prospects. There we go. There's one. When do we bring up Yasmani? Sounds like Connor Juan's about a week away. I bring up Yasmani tonight. No, I hate him. Yeah, I'd hate Riley Green too if I was a reliever in baseball. Yeah, anyone who's saying that the Red Sox still don't have pitching talent is probably just not paying attention, I think, at this point, Joe. Celtics win by 3 at halftime. Oh, it's a good game, huh? I keep going, wait, my Kelly jersey isn't in frame. And then it's immediately I remember I'm wearing my Zach Kelly jersey. Like I'm sitting here and I'm like, oh, man. Yes, Mark, we know you're talking about, I don't know about 20 plus home runs for Willier. He's been, what does he have now? 4? Extra innings. Yeah, dude, that's wild. That's too much, in my opinion. Honestly, CH. Awesome time to be a Red Sox fan. It'll be even better once they start winning. How much they paying Willier? I think it's still league minimum, right? All right, Bernie, let's get a ground ball here, brother. Please and thank you. Yeah, I'm hoping to see some interesting draft picks. I'm hoping they get a bunch of them next year. That'd be sick. Gets late early here. I'm really hoping we see something. Am I excited about crochet day tomorrow? We need a crochet day, I think. I think we may need one. Prodigy, I think we may need one. Game's far from over tonight, though. You got 6, 7, 8, 9. You have 4 more chances to tie this bad boy up. What a baby, Bernie. So happy tomorrow's a crochet day. This is why having crochet in a rotation is so important, you know? Like you come into these big, like it does so many things, right? You get that guy to stop the bleeding. You get that guy to continue a win streak. You get that guy to potentially win you a series, right? There's just so many ways Garrett Crochet can do something for you. I just got an ad. I'm now watching Nesson first pitch. Hello? Okay, we're back. I didn't know that either, Assassin. Yeah, Crochet is such a dog. It's so nice. And, like, he's going to have games where he doesn't. My fiance, Jess, has been a member of this channel for 15 months. Let's get some claps to the chat for my fiance, huh? For not only being a member for 15 months, but putting up with this crap for 3 years now. She says, when will we get the new merch? Hopefully, I'm thinking very soon. We will see. Still hoping for a starting pitcher to charge the batter's box. I don't think that's ever going to happen. Would be kind of cool, though. All right, come on. Come on, Bernie. I almost just said come on more because O'Brien's talking about him while I'm talking, and I'm like, I got my names mixed up. That would have been an issue on the Red Sox channel. Come on, Bernie. What was the point of that? What was the point of that, Bernie? Just eat it, dude. That was so dumb. That was so dumb. I mean, dude, think about that situation had you just ate it. Dude, oh my God, right? You sit there and you say, all you to do is eat that baseball. It's 2 runs. You're down 2 runs. You've got 2 outs. Julio's a dangerous hitter. He's hitting 196 right now, right? Take your chances with that guy. Instead, you try to make a highlight level play. You end up throwing the ball away. Now you're down 3 runs with a man on second. Of course, they're still leading the world in errors. Like that's the dumb crap that loses you games. You look back on this game. This will work, right? Fritz, you're a Mariners fan, right? Why aren't they spending? This is what I'm talking about. You need to get some impact middle relievers. You know what's weird about the middle relievers? Is it's like all of them. I'm not gonna lump Justin Wilson or not Justin Wilson, Greg Weiser into that. Because I sit there with Weiser and it's like, but then the problem becomes too, it's like, well, this one was solely Bernie's fault. I'll say that. This one was solely Bernie's fault. But like Wilson messed up. Kelly had been messing up. It's like all of them. What are you going to do? Fully take out the entire middle? This is the problem, right? And where are you going to find a middle reliever that is a ace middle reliever? Like you sit there with all that and you say, it's like who comes up and is a dominant, and like what team in Major League Baseball is a truly dominant middle relief? I don't know. It's so frustrating because it's like it's not even that these guys are pitching terribly. Outside of Kelly was pitching terribly. It's that these stupid mistakes happen in the 5th and 6th inning. You know what I mean? So you sit there and it's like, okay, yes, this game was solely Bernardino. It was, but it wasn't because he was pitching terribly. It was because he genuinely could not make a play. Had you held on to that baseball, who knows what happens in the Julio Rodriguez at bat, right? And it's 2020, I get it, but even in that moment, it's like, dude, just hold on to the ball. Cubs trade for a reliever yesterday. I'm not sure how to correctly pronounce your name. I'm going to assume it's Genie, maybe. They trade for Drew Pomeranz. Absolutely not a single chance the answer to this problem is Drew Pomeranz. Yeah, Fritz, it drove me crazy kind of watching it for you guys. It was like, there were so many opportunities for you guys. All you needed was just one real power bat in this offense. You guys would be a legitimate World Series threat. Yeah, Brent, maybe that's what happens. But then again, you sit there and it's like, okay, you can add another arm to this bullpen, but eventually you're going to have to use these guys. So I don't know, right? It's how do you do it? The only solution to this, genuinely, is just to simply stop making these stupid mistakes. You look at the Greg Weissert inning, right? It's like, don't make an error. You look at this inning, it's like, just hold on to the baseball. That's all you had to do. Like you're throwing out right now. You're throwing out Mike. You're throwing out names that are like, oh, these guys middle relievers have been good. The Phillies have Jose Alvarado is a 2.53 ERA. Tanner Banks, who has a easy ground ball, who has a 3.38, and Matt Strahm, who's looked really good. Outside of that, you're looking at 13 ERA, 6 ERA, 5.5 ERA, 8 ERA, 7 almost ERA. Like, this is what I'm talking about. Like, they're middle relievers for a reason, right? So it's like, that's kind of crazy, Fritz. I didn't know that. Yeah, I do miss Strahm. I know it's early, but I'm sorry, Costas is pissing me off. He sucks defensively. He's only effective when he hits home runs. I blaming that on Costas is crazy. That play shouldn't have even been thrown. You said middle relief, not long relief or setup. Buddy, they had 3 guys who have an ERA under 4. They have 5 players with an ERA over 6. We're already 2 down. Like the middle relief options for the Phillies have not been doing that well. But this is my point, right? It's like, where do you go out unless you build an entire bullpen of just straight up closer caliber pitchers, which is kind of impossible, right? Where do you find good middle relievers? The Brewers are doing it by just pitching everybody. The Brewers are doing it by just pitching everybody. In all honesty, I think the Brewers' worst pitcher, well, Joel Payamps has been terrible, but their worst pitchers, their closer, at least listed on Baseball Reference. Dobbins? No. I want Dobbins to continue to start games. That's what I want. Yeah, Cleve. That's sort of my answer there. Man, dude. Tigers has some good middle relief. Do they, though? Yeah, the Tigers is the example you're looking for. That's a good one, Mike. I hope everyone knows that when Roman Anthony comes up, he's going to strike out. I feel like I see that a lot. Like, oh, Romy's going to be the one who fixes the strikeout issues. He walks a ton, but he's a lot like Costas, where there's still swing and miss in his game. There has always kind of been swing and miss in his game. Worst offensive team versus high velocity? Oh, I didn't know that. That's a problem. I still say the Mets are a thing in the moment. Mets have the lowest ERA in baseball, right? But like, how do you get to this point? I don't know. Right? Let me see what the Mets bullpen looks. Yeah, the Mets is a great example. That's a perfect example. I don't know. It's so hard. Like, in a lot of these guys, right? You don't expect them to have. Edwin Diaz is their worst pitcher right now. But like, you know, 35-year-old Oscar Brazoban, I don't think you'd expect to have a 1.3 ERA right now, right? Or like Jose Budo, you wouldn't expect to have a 2.70 ERA. But this is my point. Just checked in. What happened? It was really a Newcomb start, and then Bernie made a dumb play. He just got hurt again. Oh, that sucks. Season's too early. That's the other thing too, right? Is you sit here and we complain about the bullpen having some tough innings lately. You know, they could look totally fine, you know, by the end of the year. It's like right now, it really does feel like the sky is falling very easily on this Red Sox team, doesn't it? It feels like you have one really good game and then a bad game, and you're like, oh, they're never going to be good again. And this is why, right? You know what I think? You know what I think the problem is with the middle relief in this bullpen right now? You don't think the problem is? I think the problem is that they don't get enough swing and miss. Like, Bernie's never been a massive strikeout guy. Wink doesn't get a ton of swing and miss. Justin Wilson should, he doesn't, right? Weiser, I say, could punch some guys out, but look at those four, and it's like, where's the legitimate swing and miss? With Newcomb starting at 0 expectation, that's fair. Wilson has looked electric. You could say he's looked electric in some situations. He's also had 4 outings this year where he's given up an earned run. Or I'm sorry, 3 outings this year he's given up an earned run. He's got four earned runs in 10 outings. I don't know if that's truly electric, you know? The problem is Pivetta would have never been a reliever. He never would have taken the You don't think the Red Sox went to him and said, "Hey man, you're really good as a reliever"? No. He was going to be a starting pitcher, Mark. That one's out of the question. Boozer, I agree. I don't know why you essentially traded Justin Wilson for Boozer. I'm taking Boozer every single day. Priester, you know, they figured out that they had Hunter Dobbins where he was at after that start. I still think they made the right move. Dude, this game's so over. What do you guys want to do? I don't know. Boozer, I agree. Priester, I just don't think that Priester would have been an incredible bullpen arm, right? Especially when you've got guys like Drohan doing what he's doing, who has bullpen experience. Fitz is coming back quickly. Dude, how far is Rowdy Tellez going to hit this baseball? They didn't need to trade Priester. No, they didn't, but they also got an incredible package. I think people forget that. $537 feet. Yeah, this one might hit the red seed. Pivetta got us a draft pick. They got us what is he? He's still already a top 25 prospect in the system. A player to be named later and cash. Like, that's a lot for Quinn Priester, right? I think we still have a shot coming back in this one. I think with this offense, you're always one hot inning away from being back in a game. Again, the problem is you're going to get the high leverage guys in this Mariners game, which is going to be a little bit tough. Right? Tellez to be a thing so badly. I'll tell you what, Fritz, keep playing him against the Red Sox. He's going to do things. It's just a matter of time. This guy is ridiculous again. Doesn't matter who's on the mound. He hits. He absolutely hits. It's ridiculous. Newcomb looked okay. No, he did not. This is what I kind of hate about Newcomb's season so far. Is it's like, all right, Mark, hey, have a good one. Newcomb statistically looks fine. His games are brutal. For who, Dan? Yeah, Cleve, I have. Hey, you got 5 out of him. He gave up 4 runs. Yeah, I have noticed that, Cleve. I wonder, I don't know, maybe it's a lack of knowledge against these guys. Mark brought up that they're the worst hitting team against velocity in baseball right now. A lot of these young guys, it's all velo, so maybe that's it. I probably should have streamed yesterday or today or tomorrow with the Celtics game on, but oh well. I think everyone would, Joe. I don't think that's really a hot take. All right, Gavin, have a go on, man. This pitching has been ordinary. Almost got that guy at second, huh? Nah, not really my forte, Colby. Yeah, that's my point. Jeannie. I'm sorry. I'm really bad with names. He's gonna walk the bases loaded, isn't he? No, he's just gonna give up another run. Hey, thanks for watching from Australia, my friend. Okay, Christopher. Also watch from Australia. Wow, we got a big Australia fan base here. Hey, you know who I'm going to see? I don't know. You guys are probably going to be like, is that the one Australian band you know? But I'm going to see AC/DC, which is also kind of a Scottish band, depending on how you talk about it. But I'm going to see AC/DC in a couple of weeks. I'm very excited about it. I don't know why that just made me think of it. Just bought a new shirt, too. Very old. Yeah, I'm interested to see. So I saw AC/DC back in God, must have been, it was their Black Ice tour. So what was that? 2011 maybe, and they were still pretty good, right? They were still pretty active. I'm very curious to see, but I think this is the last time they're going to come to the States. And I want to say like my little goodbye to them. You know, that's my favorite band of all time. So like Angus Young is my dog. Is Brian Johnson singing again? Yeah, he's singing. All right, chat. This is a blowout. What are we talking about? What are we talking about? Someone shoot me something. AC/DC or Led Zeppelin? If we're talking my favorite band, it's AC/DC. If we're talking the best band out of those two, Bob, it's Led Zeppelin. Whatever happened to him, he used to be pretty good. He lost his ability to get swing and miss. And this is, again, it's the problem with the middle of the order, or the middle of the bullpen for the Red Sox. It's a lack of swing and miss. Wink, Bernie, Wilson. I'm missing someone. Wink, Bernie, Wilson. Weisert has some swing and miss, so I don't want to throw him in there. You know what I mean? Like they just don't have swing and miss. And the person sobered up. Yeah, not great. Thinking bigger. Not great. ACDC definitely available old school Lincoln Park. It's kind of wild that there's old school Lincoln Park, you know? Or a Kahoot. I don't have a Kahoot ready to go like that, though. Yeah, but I'm a big loud music guy. Yeah, I saw him at Gillette. God, that must have been when did Black Ice come out? I think it was 2012, right? Black Ice AC DC. Oh, it was 08. So I must have seen him in 09. So I was what, 11 at Gillette. And they were loud. I think that was the first concert I ever actually went to. I keep accidentally open Photoshop. Sorry. Someone drag Winkowski. Yeah, man. It's dude. It's they might lose this game by double digits. Who's gonna be the front man assassin? Just one of those games, yeah. Yeah, Just one of those games. It happens. You know what I mean? It's a long season. My only issue is this has kind of been happening a lot where like the Red Sox either win or they get blown out. There's really no in between. When was the last time they lost? I guess the Blue Jays series, it was close, but recently it's been like you're either winning or you're getting blown out. And luckily it's been more winning than it's been losing, but still you're getting these just bad games. And you know what it is when you're losing, you're putting in these guys like Winkowski. And it's just okay, game's over. You know what I mean? Like, hey, get us through that. So, I don't know. Celtics are up 14. Let's go. First couple of series. Yeah, that's true. First couple. That's what I mean. It's like recently, right? It's been the Tampa, even the Chicago series. The one game they lost by a bunch. It's like they just can't keep games close, and it's crazy. And I don't know what you do about it. You need to have at least one guy in the middle here that you could throw 2 or 3 innings in the middle of a game and keep a game. Like you should be able to, if you're losing by 3, stay losing by 3, right? Stay losing by 3. Why is it that every time you start losing by 3, you end up losing by 6 or 7? It's like these pitchers, they just come in and they're just done. They just don't care. Like it's like Josh Winkowski comes in here and he just doesn't care. Whitlock could do that, but you can't use Whitlock every single day, and you need Whitlock in games where you're up by 1 or you're down by 1 or it's tied, right? You need to have Whitlock for those games. You can't use Whitlock every game. So how do you figure out who's the dude? Is he in the system? Right? Is he out of the system? I don't know. I genuinely, I don't know. Boozer? Yeah, but Boozer was never a multi-inning guy. That is absolutely a positive, Christopher. See, this is what I mean. It piles, it continues. It just doesn't stop. And then all of a sudden you're totally out of games. And it's not worth watching the rest of these games. I mean, what's the solution, right? Everyone's saying, look at the get rid of, right? It's like get rid of him, and him. It's like, okay, well then who? Right? You can't just go out there and sign. Anyone you could sign is just absolutely not good. Anyone you could trade for is either going to cost a ton or not tradable, right? How has Nick Pivetta started throwing well? He's always gone through spurts where he's been really good for months. I would check back on that at the end of the year. No, there's no good solution, right? The guys that you can bring in are guys that are question marks. Do the Rockies have anyone? No. Yeah, but then who comes up, Lewis? Who comes up? Yeah, but Carlos, again, everyone says fix the problem. How? Get better pitchers. Where? Right? Where? Yeah, exactly, Assassin. They're leaving this pitcher out to hang? Yeah. I mean, the problem is, Fritz, is who do they bring in, right? They've already kind of burned a lot of their crap pitchers, right? And the only ones kind of left are like your big name guys. They're gonna have to bring in somebody to finish out, probably the 8th and 9th, but nobody woo. Nobody woo. We seem to be okay, Carlos. How do you fix it? Right? How do you fix it? But he's at 40 pitches in 1 inning. 40 pitches in 1 inning. I don't know. I'm not a GM, bro. But you see what the problem is here? Because there isn't a clear solution, Carlos. So you sit here. It's the same guys every year. It's so frustrating, too, because of how strong our back end bullpen is. Yeah. I don't know, man. Pay Roman and call him up. Yeah, that'd be nice. I'm not even going to yeah, that'd be great. Trade deadline's def going to be a few relievers again. Open tryouts, yeah. Pulling a little natural on him. The rookie. I think honestly it comes down to just guys need to be better at executing. Red Sox need to sign someone, but how much better are these guys who are on the free agent market going to be than the guys that are in the bullpen? That's the problem. They stabilize some of the bullpen issues. I would say right now, legitimate answers to the question, and this is why I've been asking it, right? Is because, yeah, but it's been good in the past, Mike, is the problem. How old is he right now? My game just flicked back 10 seconds and I'm behind you guys. Can Roman Anthony pitch? But here's the problem, Carlos, is you sit here and this is what I want to talk about. And this is why the bullpen is really complicated. Say you do totally overhaul. Wow, we finally got out of an inning. Here's the problem, right? Is if you were to overhaul completely this bullpen, if you were to say, okay, all of these middle relievers we're removing here, what happens? What happens if things don't go well? Like, genuinely, what happens? What happens if Shane Drohan, Nick Birdie, Luis Guerrero, and Brian Mata get up here and they stink too? Then what? Right? Because in order to do that, in order to make all that room in the bullpen like we talked about, you'd have to DFA Justin Wilson. You'd have to option Bernie, Winkowski. I don't know that Winkowski has any options left. He may be a DFA. And then you would have to option Weiser, which I don't think is a smart move, right? At minimum, you'd have to wait at least 15 days before you can even call those guys back up. So now you're 2 weeks with guys who are bad and have no experience in Major League Baseball. And that's the problem with total overhauls of a bullpen. Right? You sit there and there's just not a solution. There isn't. What do you think the problem is, Freds, with Julio? Like, genuinely, what's the issue? It seems like he's like there's some swing and miss there for sure, but it's not like he's cautious or anything. I do hope to get some time. The only thing with Guerrero right now is the ERA looks good. Who do you bring up, James, if you DFA Wink? Because my answer would be Nick Birdie. Nick Birdie was good in really small sample size for the Yankees last year. I don't know. The Red Sox really need to get to a point at? You know what the Red Sox really need to get to the point at? We talked about it with the who was that? The Tigers or the Brewers, who were just like they had like 15,000. Not really 15,000, but they had like 20 players already making appearances for them out of the bullpen. The Red Sox need to get to a point where they kind of look like the Tampa Bay Rays, where they sit there. You sit there and you say, okay, this guy isn't working, option him. That guy isn't working, option him, right? You just sort of flip-flop these guys. It's a really crappy way in terms of running a franchise because guys aren't super pumped with you all the time, but that's how you keep a bullpen fresh. That's how you constantly have the best guys in there. Is a guaranteed salary for the rest of his life. Even the hardest worker or not gonna have some motivation. I don't know about that. I mean, Tatis has been set for life, and he's like the best player in baseball right now. Francisco Lindor's been set for life. He's one of the best players in baseball right now. Ohtani's almost a billionaire. He's one of the best players in baseball right now. Judge, right? Julio has the talent to be in that conversation. Bobby Witt. I don't know, dude. That seems like a little bit of a cop-out, honestly. Whew. Sorry, chat. Who was I looking up? I was looking someone up. Help me. Oh, Luis Guerrero. Yeah, he's not looking good right now, Guerrero. He was looking good to start the year. It's really gone down a bit. What time is the NFL draft tomorrow? Duran, just lay one down. Look like Kratos. I'm gonna need to find a picture of this. Could someone send me a picture? Let me see this dude. Oh, dude, that's crazy. Him coming back all bandaged up is sick. Oh my God, man. The bloodline's going straight back to his hair. That's crazy. And get Boozer. Dude, one, James, they're not going to trade back for Boozer. Two, Dobbins is not a guy who's going to be in the bullpen, at least not right now. You need that guy stretched out to be a rotational piece in case anything else happens. Birdie's the only one I can give you a legitimate okay for, but it's because I brought it up. Pitch Christian Campbell. Might as well, huh? Who do I think? Who do I think the Patriots drafted number 4? Brother, I have no idea. It was premature to give him 400 mil. Yeah, but they didn't give him 400 mil, right? They gave him what, 100 and something guaranteed, and then if he's good, he gets all that. So really, it's kind of a perfect contract for you guys. If he's a Judge or a Ohtani, and not even Judge or Ohtani, they feel like their own category, but like a Bobby Witt or like a why am I blanking on other, like Tatis or like Francisco Lindor level player, which is where he could be at, right? It's well worth your money. I don't think the contract's really the problem here. It's an Apple TV game Friday. Maybe we'll stream Saturday, chat. What time? What time's the game Saturday? Is it a 4:00 game? Dude, the MLB app may be one of the most confusing apps of all time. I'm thoroughly convinced of that. Saturday 6. Might be kind of tough to do that Saturday. I think we go for Friday. Does it matter whether Garrett Crochet starts at night or in the morning? I feel like it doesn't. But I also feel like some of his better games have been day games this year. You know? What a frustrating game. Yeah, certainly have had better games this year. Last year we were dead even on the year in terms of our record on stream. This year I just want a winning record, man. Cincinnati Reds are 12-11. Is that what O'Brien just said? So live stream only when Crochet's up. Yeah, it is kind of ridiculous, Kyle. I like it's like everything is so hidden. It took me so long to figure out where the schedule was for this thing. Do I think our pitching sucks minus Well, I mean, our pitching would suck if you only singled out the guys who weren't doing well, right? And you forgot to mention Chapman and Slayton in there too. I'd put those guys in there. I'd put Fitz and Dobbins both in there as guys who've been doing well. Weisert, I would say, has been doing well. How pumped do you get when Garrett Crochet pitches? Pretty excited, man. I'm so interested to see what we're gonna get out of Giolito. If Hal can get hot again, yeah. He was solid last year. I mean last outing. You're only watching Crochet Day. Who, Cleve? Crochet? I get so frustrated that we've given up so many runs with some of these guys. Worries me in postseason scenarios. Right now, I'm not worried about postseason scenarios. What I'm worried about right now is getting to the postseason, right? Once you're in the postseason, Alex Cora, I think people forget how good Alex Cora is at managing in a postseason, right? He's so good. I'm not worried about postseason. You got to get there to actually have a conversation, right? And if you're not gonna have this is and people are kind of flaming me on Twitter where it's like a loss is a loss. It's like, well, no, right? You have a series or a game here in this series where you go out there, and yes, you're losing, but there's such a difference. There's such a difference between losing by 2 coming into the 8th or 9th inning than losing by 6, right? It's like if you keep a game close, you're going to win more of those games. You're going to lose. You're still going to lose a lot of them. But they're like how many games have the Red Sox won? How many games have the Red Sox won where the Red Sox were down by 2 versus how many games would the Red Sox won where they're down by 6, right? And that's my point. That's my point. And that's why this makes me so angry. Like it's like if it's not Whitlock, Slayton, Chapman, it's like the Red Sox can't keep a game close. Sucks to see what Pavetta's doing while we have Newcomb. Roman, let's take a look at that in mid-July. Let's take a look at that mid-July because Red Sox fans have such short-term memory. It's crazy. How many times did Nick Pivetta look like an absolute stud for like 4 starts and then sucked? Right? How many times that happened? It happened like every single year. I don't know. I think I'm just ranting the rant, man. I appreciate you being here, Kevin. I don't know. I feel like I'm just ranting the rant at this point. It is a lot of short-term memory with Red Sox Nation here. Dobbins will be here soon. Yeah, I'm curious how short of a leash. There's no point in listening to this game. I'm just going to watch it in the background while I talk to you guys, I think. I don't know. The problem with Dobbins and Fitz is like how short of a leash do you give these guys? You know what I mean? Like how short of a leash do you give Giolito, Bayo, probably Hauk, right? I think Bueller and Crochet are in there for better or worse. Hopefully more better than worse. But like with you know what I mean? Like you just essentially you just got to look for you can hear my cats. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but they are fighting right now. They're either fighting or playing. One of my cats just screams to scream, I think. I don't know. But the other thing too with Dobbins and with Fitz is errors are so big. Bregman homer on lock. Let's see it. That'd be nice. Just a little pick me up, you know. Honestly, I actually think it would make me more mad if this offense ended up scoring like 3 more runs. Because it's like if you just had regular relieving. Yeah, you know what I mean? If you were just a regular relief team and you gave up 2 runs instead of 4 runs, you'd be right here trying to win this game. But instead, here you are. What's Dobbins' stat line this year? It's good. He only has 2 starts, so it's hard to say, oh, his ERA is blank, right? It's hard to do that. A lot of hunters in Major League Baseball. It's a 2.45 ERA, but it's 11 innings, 3 earned runs, 2 walks, and 11 strikeouts. It's pretty good. It's also against the Cardinals and the White Sox. Let's keep that in mind. Oh, in the minor leagues? Great question. Look at Speed Rafi. $1.99 super chat from Fritz. Mariners fan coming in here. Talking all night with us. We appreciate you being here, man. Can we get some likes on that? A lot of game left. Kind of. Right? I don't know. We appreciate you being here, Fritz. Thank you. Get some likes on that message, please. Red Sox seem to have no fight this year when they're behind. It's not that this team doesn't have fight. It's that the pitching can't keep the game close. That's the problem. I'll tell you in a second here what Fitz is. Fitz has a 10.80 ERA in Worcester this year. But again, it's in 2 starts. It's 6 innings. 7 hits, 8 earned runs. Maybe CH. Actually, in all fairness, Cleve, I genuinely think that the umpire has been pretty bad for both sides. So what's going on? Not much, ASAP. Not much. We've kind of just been talking about anything. See, if you have any questions about anything, we're here chatting it up. We're just living it up, waiting for the Sox to do something. No way, AJ. That's awesome, man. What minor league team? We'll keep an eye out for you. When's the next Emily show stream? We'll probably limit those to just members only. Man, barely foul. Rafi thought it was fair. How about a bomb? That'd be nice. Instead, we get a strikeout. Woo whoop. Oh, wait. Does anyone really care if I update the pitching and hitting? I will, CH. I'll write it down now. Celtics up 8. Let's go. Story bomb would be kind of nice here, just to say it happened. Have we seen a Story home run on the live streams yet? I don't think we have. I'm trying to think back. Like we saw. We saw 2 Willier home runs on opening day. Christian Campbell home. No, we didn't see the Christian Campbell home run. That wasn't on opening day. In the Orioles game, I think that was the one they lost, right? That was Houck on the mound. Maybe we saw one. I don't know. We haven't seen a Story home run. That's my point. Moral of the story here is I think we need a you know what we need a Story home run for? Just to lift spirits a little bit. Hopefully, CH. Yeah, dude. Porzingis looked like someone said Kratos. That was a perfect analogy. Looking like Kratos. Anyone playing any good video games lately? I've been obsessed with Marvel Rivals. I'm getting kind of annoyed with it recently. I'm not super big in MLB The Show this year. I don't know why. I just can't get myself into it. Story finally watches an outside slider and he get punched for it. Crazy. Ranked is awful. Yeah, I don't know, man. I loved Rank in the first season. I just can't get into the second one. Break fast, you have a peanut. Yeah. Oblivion remaster. I did see that. Maybe I'll check that out. I don't know. I'm just one of those people that I don't sit and watch TV shows or movies. I can't sit down and do it unless it's Marvel. So I play video games instead. 2 on and then the rest down in order. Yeah, pretty impressive. Unless Casas does something right here. Get out. Hey! Tristan! That's a 3-run game, folks. Wait a second. Hold up. Yeah, now I'm even more mad at Brendan Bernardino's error there. Now I'm even more mad. Dude, they let Tristan Casas get hot, it may be over. One more of those and we tied. Uh-oh. One more. One more 3-run home run. There's my boy. Listen, I'll stand Casas till the day I die. I'll do it. Rafi's been super into the games this year. I love it. Damn, that a boy, Romy. Hey, not dead yet. Gosling and Dahlbeck are the same player. Tell me I'm wrong. You're so wrong. It's unbelievable. I haven't seen them battle back much. I don't think that's true. They have 2 walk-off wins already this year. All right, chat. I don't know. Do I have faith in this bullpen? No. No, I do not. Do I want a good game? Yes, I do. How's that statement wrong? Every season Tristan Casas has played at the big league level has been a legitimately above average season by a decent margin. Bobby Dahlbeck had one season where he did that. One. Like, I'm so dead serious. If you genuinely think Bobby Dahlbeck and Tristan Casas have had the same career, you either are someone who can't stand the fact that he paints his nails, and that's embarrassing for you, or you either aren't watching games or you refuse to pay attention. And I don't even know if that's a hot take. It's not. It's just reality. Don't give me hope, Fritz. Don't give me hope, buddy. Yeah, Levi. That's what I mean, right? It's like, I don't know. It you sit there and it's like, okay, like the only reason you're saying that is because Costa's had a bad month. There's literally no other statistical evidence that you can even point to. We're not even talking. We're not even talking about comebacks right now, Keith. They just made things interesting. That's all they did. Made things interesting. Should have been a home run. Ooh, I don't know about that one. You know what we need, chat? You know what we need? We need like a light show or something for the ninth inning, you know? Maybe I'll reach out to the Dropkick Murphys and see if they'd let me use their song. That'd be sick. Wouldn't it? That'd be sick. He's just not. Yeah. I mean, that's a big reason why Rowdy's been on a bunch of different teams recently, right? It's just like, I don't know. He just hasn't been able to stay even remotely consistent. Tessie? No. We need like a, I don't know. You know what I mean? Like a. Why do I need to find another band? You know what I mean? Would that be sick? I press a button and like it's like poo 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 poo. One ball away from bases loaded, folks. We got ourselves a game down in Salem, huh? Got ourselves a game down in Salem. Nah, Antonio, I'm going to go with the Dropkick Murphys. These Sox would fix Trixie McKenzie. I don't know. I'm thinking about whether or not we're going to talk about that tomorrow or not. I've been debating whether or not to make a video. I don't know. I'll think about it. I just like Tristan McKenzie to me is so intriguing because of what that ceiling could be. Like if they trade for him, I don't know. How do I feel about the hate towards Casas? A lot of it is unwarranted because people don't like who he is, which I think is embarrassing because he doesn't do anything to hurt anybody. But they're legitimate critiques too. There are definitely legitimate critiques to what the problems with Tristan has been this year. I mean, there's genuinely right. It's hard. It was hard to Flog and Molly. I like the Dropkick Murphys. Not sure if anyone actually hates him. Oh, dude, yeah, people hate Tristan. People hate Tristan Casas. I gotta get into Molly. That sounded really bad. The music. You know what I mean? The music. Yeah, I haven't really listened to them a ton. I listen to Dropkick Murphys a lot. Why what, Anthony? Yeah, Levi, I agree. You know what I mean? Like, there are legitimate reasons that should have been a strike. The umpire's been calling that all night. Why do people not like Casas? People just think he's weird. Am I Irish? No, not Irish. I don't think so, at least. I have no idea. My mom was adopted. You think Tanner Houck could get back to his old self? I hope so. You could see it in there every once in a while in the starts. It's just about finding consistency with Houck. Video for tomorrow. I'm thinking we're going to do a Tristan McKenzie one. I've been thinking about it for a couple of days now. Parkway Drive. I'll look into it. Yeah, I'm always down for new music, man. I listen to a lot of music during the day. Like sometimes I listen to music while I edit these videos just to like, I don't know, it like overstimulates me and then I do really well. I don't know. I'm a weirdo. Last start was good. Yeah, like that was a good start. His start against who was before that? Blue Jays looked good. When do you think we're seeing Wong back? It sounds like it's about a week from now. Maybe that's what we'll talk about tomorrow. I don't know. Little injury update video. "36 is the best." Wish I could see them play. Is that the name of the band? 36? Isn't that Costas' number? I'm so bad with numbers, dude. Nah, Lee, you're definitely not alone. I'm a huge Tristan Casas fan. Talk about Yoshida. There's nothing to talk about. Seems like Newcomb's game is an automatic loss. Honestly, they've actually kind of been doing okay in Newcomb's starts. They were 2-2 with him this year. So far, they could be 3-2 after this half inning, or 2-3. Sorry. How is Sables on this team with Grandal in AAA? I think the big thing with Grandal was that he hadn't been playing baseball at all. He was semi-retired, is the way he called it. Actually, officially, he called it unofficially retired. So, like, he really wasn't playing baseball at all. So, I think for the Red Sox, it's a big risk to just throw a guy who hasn't been playing at all into the major league roster. So, they wanted to get him a little bit of time in AAA. And in the meantime, with that, who else are you going to throw out there? You know what I mean? Sebi Zavala's on the IL. He's not even on the 40-man roster. They you know what else? Hey, Wings settled down a little bit. I agree, AR. I think it's ridiculous when an error is made on the pitcher, they don't have earned runs. It's ridiculous. Yeah, I'll give it to Wink. You know, as much as I don't like the dude, he looked pretty solid. Like, he came in, that first inning was brutal, but then he, you know, I don't know. He gave you what you needed. Arias is the man. Yeah, Arias is going to be a top 450 prospect by the end of the season, maybe even 40. Yeah, that drove me nuts, just. Putting Anthony at first is so ridiculous. All right, chat, what do we think? What do we think? I agree, AR. But my point is, after that, right, the bullpen could have been chalked for tomorrow. Instead, Winkowski gives you 80 pitches. I will be happy with that. I don't even know if he gets to the major league level. Story walk-off home run. Who's up? 8, 9, and 1? Oh, dude. Sable, here's what I want you doing coming up to this bat. I want you going up there, and I want you to hold the bat in your shoulders and pray that Munoz throws 4 balls. Do not swing the bat one singular time. I saw Dropkick Murphy with Lars from Rant in Denver in 2000. Probably a pretty good show. I have a funny drop. I've seen the Dropkick Murphys live in concert once. It was 2007. The Red Sox were in the playoffs, and they were doing like a rally. And Dropkick Murphys was performing a free concert where Jonathan Papelbon came out and danced with him. Fritz, another $1.99 super chat. Man, that is incredibly kind of you coming from a Seattle Mariners fan. That really means a lot. Thank you. Here we go. Last chance. A hope and a prayer. But anyways, in 2007, I went to the Dropkick Murphys show. I was 9 years old. The only song I knew from the Dropkick Murphys at that time was Shipping Up to Boston and Tessie. I had no idea that they were like this. They're pretty hard. They're not like deathcore metal or anything, but they're pretty hard rock band, right? And my 9-year-old ass was sitting at the front row on the fence, right? Because I wanted good seats to see Jonathan Papelbon. We left after 4 songs. Actually, no, we stayed for the whole concert, but we left the the front row after like 4 songs. There were dudes kicking me in the face. There was a mosh pit next to me. I was like 9 years old. I was like, this is where I die. Yeah, they're pretty good live, actually. Like they're pretty good live. $5 super chat from CH. Man, I really appreciate the kindness tonight, guys. These super chats really do mean a lot to me. Foreshadowing. Arias and Cespedes come through. The Rio Red Sox top of the 10th. Both had solid hits. Hopefully. Our mighty boss tones of 90s? What do you mean? Umpire needs a kick in the face. Man. Bowling for soup? Wild. All right. Hey, a little full count here. Little full count on Robbie Ref. Similar popular bands. See, yeah, I'm not huge into like the Irish folk rock genre. I just like the Dropkick Murphys. I should get more into it. I should. Because it is like it's something I enjoy. It's not just Shipping Up to Boston I listen to from the Dropkick Murphys, but maybe that's something I get into recently. What do we think, chat? What do you think this comes down to? 8, 9, and 1. Okay, Blue. Dude, this guy, Blue's got the blue. I don't know. Does he got the over? Does he got the under? He's got Mariners total strikeouts here. I mean, that's a pitch you got to swing at, but that could have gone either way, sir. Man, Munoz is crazy, dude. What's his ERA this year? My mom got to see Led Zeppelin at 73. Yeah, see, that's crazy. That's crazy. I would give it, if I were going into a time machine, that's what I would do. Hey, you guys think you'll be selling Munoz at deadline? See, this is what drives me nuts, right? You talk about hold on, chat. Sorry. This guy on Twitter. Whatever. Rose Tattoo. That might be my favorite Dropkick Murphy song. All right, CH. I appreciate it. Yeah. Um's ready, man. Do you think is more likely Red Sox adding Cantara or Mason Miller at the deadline? Cantara. I don't even know that Mason Miller will be available, to be honest with you. Honestly, I don't think he will be. I don't think he'll be available. Well, that was a pretty hard hit ball from Duran. This is why I'm driving. This is why this drives me crazy, right? Because if you had just had better middle relieving, and you didn't fall apart defensively, you could have won this game. And now you go into a crochet start, which is great. You got a crochet start, but you got to win it. You have to win it. Keep the streak going. You can't lose every series to teams who are good. You can't do it, right? That's what drives me crazy. So we'll see. We'll see what happens tomorrow. I liked how everything else looked. You know, the offense looked solid. You got production. The starter was whatever. You're getting Giolito back. So we'll see how this goes. But you just gotta keep these games close. Find a way. You're gonna lose games. You're gonna lose games by a lot. Yeah. Hey, thanks for hanging out, Fritz. I appreciate you, man. You're going to lose games by a lot during the season, but you have to find a way to limit those. It's so frustrating. Unbelievably frustrating. Anyways, listen, there was a Celtics game on. This game was out of reach for a very long time, and yet you guys stuck with me and hung out with me and talked all bunch of crap with me. And so that means a lot to me, and I appreciate you being here, every single one of you. For those of you that donate tonight, thank you, an extra thank you to you. A couple of you guys have been here for months now, years now, in terms of membership. So thank you for showing those off in the chat tonight. That means a lot as well. We will be back tomorrow. I think we're going to talk about Tristan McKenzie, maybe. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But either way, we will be back tomorrow for sure. If you haven't subscribed yet, please consider doing so. We do these once a week, actually twice this week. I got to figure out what day. We'll make an announcement. Keep an eye out on the community page here. We also talk Red Sox content almost every single day. If you haven't considered liking this video, make sure you do that as well. Helps these videos out at times. The best way to let me know you enjoy these types of live streams. As always, thank you all very much for clicking on this one. Hopefully next week is better. Hopefully later this week is better. And I will see you in the Red Sox.